All right, so sometimes artists, and I'm not calling myself that, but it's where I got the idea. They will play plugged in and then play unplugged, and sort of unplugged is the exception. So I thought I would do the opposite. Not that this is the exception. This is normally the rule. If I'm not playing a game on camera, this is normally how I would play it. A little bit more like this. So as you can see there, I think most people who would check this out, if you're watching and not just listening, you would recognize ball roller. I have ball roller pulled up on the screen. Trying to adjust the focus here of the camera. Okay, I don't know if that makes a positive difference or not, but so I use ball roller, and I'm also live updating on Delphi. And so right now, I just got this idea seconds ago. Detroit has just scored against New York. I have the teams right here. I guess maybe if I pull that back a little bit. I don't want to pull it back too much, though, because then it's too far from the monitor. Anyway, there is no ideal setup here, but Detroit has just scored and made it 1-0 against New York, and the exact time is 6:07. Now, the way that I've got ball rollers set up, I use the max 10 dice, so I don't know. Hopefully, I'll say the numbers if you can't see them. So the 152, because in this game, if you know how Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey works, there are scoring opportunities generated on rolls of 25 or less. And for that 25, I looked at these first two dice here, the red and the white. So the 1 and the 5, that means it's under 25. 54, because from 31 to 63 in this game, given Detroit's the odds in favor here to win. Thus, yeah, the higher chance of getting a scoring chance. So they had the chance there because 54 falls within the 31 to 63 range. And then the 6 and the 2 will aid as a goal, especially in the first period. And they have the same close game factor. Yes, they do. So all game long, 8 will be a goal. Now, because the 6 and the 2, those two numbers add up to 8, I use this as a 2d6 value. Clear as mud, I'm sure. For the exact number of seconds, because I also use click counter, and so I'm up to minute number 7, but I have to take some time away from that. This was what happened headed up to the 7th minute and past the 6th minute. So there was a goal here at 6:07 because I go d6 minus 1. I know in the actual game instructions it's a little different. I think it's 6 is a 0 and then 1 to 5 are the same. I'm just used to this from the design. When I started designing before Mike Owens, my idea was just d6 minus 1 and then using a d10 to fill in that exact number of seconds. Different way to do the same thing. It's a matter of preference, I guess. But anyway, so 6:07 is the time of the goal. And the 2 and the 6, I use this here as a 2d6 system from 2 to 12 to figure out if it's 0 assist, 1 assist, or 2 assist. So this will be a 2 assist goal. So what I'm going to do here is a follow-up roll. 6:07, Detroit has just scored and made it 1-0. So 4-4-3, I'm looking here. It's either Peters or Pristai, Metro Pristai. I might not be saying his name correctly. So I usually go even, odd, I guess in alphabetical order. So I'm going to take that odd 3 and I'm going to give the goal to Pristai because, of course, he just has the scoring touch in this Redemption League for whatever reason. That's going to be his. I can even go over here to the spreadsheet now. As you see here, I update, and I've picked random, not really randomly. This is the only game from the second set of 30. I'm going to do a 90 games in total regular season schedule. This is my Google Sheet spreadsheet for it. Yeah, I'm playing this game right now, Detroit at New York, because it's the only one remaining in the second set. Sometimes it's overlapped into the third because sometimes when I do each set of 6, I want to use each of the 6 teams once, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for each set of 3 games and using 6 teams. So yeah, a few carried over there because I probably screwed up at some point earlier in the season. Anyway. So back over to this here, 443 Pristai is the goal. 142 for the assist to be Gordie Howe, but the 111, the second assist would also be Gordie Howe. So I'm just going to do one more roll and take the top 3 numbers here, 261. 261 gives the assist to Sid Abel. So I can come over here and I can say Detroit, whoops, because I already had caps lock on. And we go Metro, Pristai. And for his goal number, I'll go to the Detroit. Sometimes I wait until afterward, but yeah, that's his 10th goal of the season. I'll alternate. And then, as I said, Howe there, the 16th assist, that's his 25th point. And then Sid Abel is up to 22 points. So it's 6:07, Metro Pristai, 10th goal. And from Howe and Abel assisting on it. And it's 6:07. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the counter. Now I'm going to use this to mark time. I just used the top 3. I guess I could use all 3, but normally I just take this one here, and so I'm going to take 2 minutes off because 63 and no scoring chance. But had there been a scoring chance, what I would do is I'd look, okay, 45, that's in Detroit's range, and that would have been a goal. However, there's no chance on it. So click again. This time I advance to 3 minutes right away before I even look at these two, and I do see it's a goal. It's a Detroit goal. But anyway, the 15 there, so I'm going to advance 3 minutes on the clock. 56 falls within the 31 to 63 range, so it's Detroit with a chance. The 6 and the 4 adds up to 10. That means it's a goal. This one's coming at 27. So at 11:27, Detroit has scored again to make it 2-0. The 6 and the 5, however, they add up to 11. That means this goal is unassisted. I'm just going to click once more right away. I'm going to keep 11:27 in mind and click again. Comes up 232. 232 is Ted Lindsay. So Ted Lindsay, who's kind of slouched in the goals department. I mean, not too much, the 6, but Lindsay, who he would get an unassisted goal. So Lindsay at 11:27 has made it 2-0 here for Detroit. Ted Lindsay and not Red. Lindsay, that was his 6th, and he's unassisted. Again, the aforementioned time, 11:27. So we play on here. And 52, so I advance 1 minute. It's not below 25, so there's no chance. Or not 25 or below. We get another 15 again here, so... and this one here is going to be... So it's finally a chance for the Rangers, but as you can see, they didn't score on it. So if you know how Mike Owens works, a 5 and a 2 adds up to 7. That's not a goal. 56, there's no chance here. 3 more minutes gone by. So this takes us into the second period. The minutes roll over. It's fantastic that Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey does that. And we're in the second period now, and again, 44, it's above 25, so there's no chance there for either team. A couple more minutes off the clock there, again, 34, higher than 25. But we stay in the same minute here. This is how you can get 2 goals within a minute in Mike Owens Quick Play. And the 34, that's going to be a chance for Detroit. Again, the 4 and the 4, the 8, it adds up to a goal. So here, 3. Now, that's 23. That's 23 minutes into the game. So at 2:05 into the second period of play, there's going to be 1 assist on the goal. 2:05 the time of the goal. It's the Detroit Red Wings who have scored. So usually what I will do, I'll show what I'll usually do. And yes, I'm copying and pasting and carrying over from the previous game. And sometimes I make mistakes and have to go back and Delphi and edit. But I just thought, I'd show how I sort of Delphi live as I'm doing this. So Detroit has scored again. I don't know who scored yet, but I'll mark 2:05 as the time of the goal, and I'm just going to click and roll once more here, and then look at the card. 2:32, that is Lindsay with his 2nd here in this game. So Ted Lindsay. Do I still have caps lock on? Yes. So Ted Lindsay has scored here. That's usually I'll do a comma 2. That's going to be his 7th goal. And how I know the first assist because he's low, 663. This is going to be Claire Martin. Claire Martin, who played for Boston in 47, here with Detroit in 51. And so Lindsay's up to 7 goals. Now, that might be Martin's first point. I don't recall him coming up for this. But again, I've played it sporadically. Martin, no, he has 2 assists already, so give him 3 here. And Howe, 26. I feel like that's got to be the league lead. Mikita has 24. And no one in Montreal, no one in Toronto. Kelly with 23 there, close, I guess. But Howe was already in the lead. He's just adding to his lead right now, so... So 3 more minutes have passed here, but 25, it is 25 or below, so we will get a chance. With the 13, that's going to be a chance for New York, and again, they don't convert on it. So New York, 2 chances thus far in the game. We get another chance here, 11. That is New York, and again, so a couple of chances in back-to-back minutes. The Rangers are mounting momentum, but they're unable to convert. So another minute gone by there on the clock. We're about at the halfway point here of regulation, and of course I don't do overtime. But look at the 21, the 55. It's in Detroit's range to 55. It's another goal for Detroit. And so we're now 8 minutes into the second period almost, but I'm going to take away some time here. I'm going to say it's 7:26. 2 assists on the goal. The Red Wings have scored. They've made this a 4-0 hockey game. So let's get over here. We'll take the 7:26 before I do the follow-up roll here. And scoring here, 352. So 352, it's going to be Bob Goldham getting a goal. Goldham with the goal, and I did say 2 assists were on it. 263, we give it to Sid Abel, and then Abel can't assist on it twice. I'm going to do one more roll, take the top 3 there. So 641 is Stasiak. So from Abel and Stasiak, Bob Goldham has scored here. Seems like an unlikely goal scorer, but we'll double check his numbers and see. I want to mark this, though, before I forget it. Goldham from Abel and Stasiak here. So 3, and again, sometimes I don't do this until after the game, but I don't know. I'm just doing it here live because sometimes I do it live. Or, I mean, as ongoing as the game is ongoing. So Abel and Stasiak, I said, the other one there. So 12 points for him there. In the bottom 6, presumably, up front. What did I say for Goldham? Was that his 4th? No, 3rd. He's got 3 goals and as many assists. So Goldham there with the third. Goldham, who played for Chicago in 1948, the Chicago Blackhawks team. Yes, he did. Okay. So anyway, 35. 3 more minutes have gone by. We're now we're just past halfway, midway through regulation there, and I don't do OT. 2 more off the clock here. Probably don't have to over explain every role. So with about 4 minutes to go here in the second, there's a chance. It's the Rangers. The Rangers are getting on the board here with that roll of an 8, so 14, so 36. I'm going to say at 15-14. An unassisted goal here from New York. Bill Gadsby is complaining to the officiating because he assists on practically every Rangers goal in this replay, this project here. So I'm going to remember 15-14 and just click once more and get the goal score here. So for the Gadsby. You can't make this up. So Gatsby, who can't assist on the goal, has scored he's done the Nelson and the Simpsons football episode where Homer's trying to cut everybody on the team and Nelson decides he'll just do it all himself and has to quit smoking. So the Rangers, Gatsby, that's going to be his third goal. And it's an unassisted goal from Bill Gadsby here. Okay, so it's 1-4, meaning 4-1 Detroit at this point. Bill Gadsby, 15-14 into period 2 with his third goal, and it's unassisted. And I did say already 15-14. Okay, obviously I'd be going a lot faster if I wasn't stopping and talking and explaining everything. So 3 more minutes have gone by here. But early in the third period, a chance for the Rangers. Look at this. They've cut Detroit's lead in half. That's going to be 34 seconds into period 3. They've caught Detroit flat-footed. There's going to be 1 assist on the goal because the 4 and the 5 add up to a 9. So 34 seconds here in period 3. I'll erase that Toronto Mahovlich goal from the game before, doing the copy-paste I am. And the Rangers here, I don't know who scored it yet, but 34 seconds, and if Gatsby's involved, call me not surprised. 162, that's Bathgate potting the second marker. And I said 1 assist in the goal, though, right? So 651, probably not Gadsby. Parker McDonald. So Bathgate from Parker McDonald here. I'll put the names in and then I'll go and get the numbers. Different ways to do this. I think it's good to vary how you do it as well. Who was it that was talking about that? I want to say it was Brian Martin. It might have been somebody else. No, the Replay Gamer. I think I have to credit the Replay Gamer for that. There's a video of his that he has where he talks about... it's funny because it has to do with like mental acuity and I'm blanking on it. Okay, anyway, it's just good to vary how you do things, like, not having repetitive stress, repetitive motions, not getting to the point where you're doing so many things mindlessly in autopilot. It's good to use your mind, use that muscle. Anyway, Bathgate with his 9th and Parker McDonald with the assist here, so goal and 3 helpers for him so far in this campaign. McDonald as well, probably bench if not bottom 6 for the Rangers forward unit. And so we have a 2-4 game, 4-2 game here for Detroit. 3 more minutes have gone by. Detroit just eating some time now, killing some clock. However, Detroit will add an insurance marker here. So again, 45, so you got to take 40 minutes, 2 periods have expired. So into the 5th minute of the third period. Again, D6 minus 1, here's the 0. So at 40 seconds exactly, 2 and 4 adds up only to 6. So this is a 2-assist goal for the Detroit Red Wings. And the time of the goal is 4:40 of period 3. So 5-2 now for the Red Wings here. The Red Wings, who are pretty heavily favored to win this one anyway. So this is not a surprising game. 6-1-3 for Detroit here to get the goal. And that's going to be Marty Pavlich, who has been outstanding offensively here so far, mostly in the assist department. But look at that, 3 goals and 15 points. You can see if you can see the spreadsheet there, he does kind of stand out there from the lower half there. Pavlich and 2 assists in the goal, 441. I'm looking at Jimmy Peters and then Metro Priestai, who doesn't get many assists, but he's got one here. So the 4th assist for Priestai, and for Peters, that'll give him 7 assists and 13 points on the campaign. And now to carry that all over to here, that was Marty Pavlich getting the goal, his 3rd. Whoops. Caps lock again. So Pavlich with his 3rd from the first was Peters, and the secondary helper going to Metro. So about 15 minutes to go here in the game. 20. Oh, could be another quick goal. Right away, the Rangers have scored 21, so I might have to get creative with the time here. So there are I again I vary the way that I do this as well. So technically the Rangers scored at like 4:21 before Detroit scored at 4:40. I think what I'm going to do is just add 21 seconds, or maybe add 19. I'll add 21 seconds. I'm just going to say the Rangers have scored here just to carry us to the 5 minute mark, whatever. Actually, no. Here's what I've done before. I'll do this. So I'm going to give the 21 to Detroit and have the Rangers score 19 seconds later at 4:40. And because again, I wouldn't advance time there because that's a white one. And so 2 assists on the goal. And yeah, let's see. Let's roll and see. 2 assists in the goal. So the Rangers here. That was a message, but not an emergency one. So Andy Hibenton's going to pick up the goal there. The Iron Man, the original, the OG Iron Man. Hibenton from Hibenton. He's not that irony. Let's go Hibenton from Red. Sullivan, he's been pretty productive, and I'll roll again and take the top for the secondary. 113 is Bathgate. So we have Andy from Red and Andy. Let's see here. And before I start forgetting, so Andy Hibenton, and sit here and scratch my head. We'll get the numbers later. Sullivan and Bathgate have assisted there because that was a 2 assist goal as well. Whoops. So I'll go over to the spreadsheet as well here. Bathgate with the assist up to 15 points. Sullivan with his assist now at 12 points. And Hibenton, that's going to be his 5th goal. Again, the Rangers do not... It's not that they had a bad team. It's just that relative to these other teams, they don't have a good team. So, we roll on here. 3 more minutes off the clock. Detroit, maybe New York's kind of phoning it in now. However, now that I've said that, okay, Detroit, but that's a missed opportunity there for the Red Wings. Again, 5... Whoops, I put 3-5. Sorry. No, that's right. Yeah, 5-3 is the score. Detroit is a 2-goal lead. Okay, 2 more minutes off the clock here and nothing. And another minute and nothing, about 7 to go here in the third. About 5 to go here in the remaining, the final period. Make that 3. Let's see here. So with about 3 to go here, we have, this is going to be a chance, because the 11, it's going to be a chance for Detroit in their range. It's another goal for Detroit. And it's going to be at 57. So I'm going to say it's 16:57, just with, just a little over 3 minutes remaining. Detroit has scored to, once again, double New York. So 3-6 here we would have now in Detroit. Again, 16:57, mark the time. It's going to be another unassisted goal. We've had 3 of them in this game. Lindsay, Gadsby, and in this case, 4:43. Even Peters. I'm going to give this one to Peters. That could have been Pristai as well, but I'm going to go Peters on this goal. I think I saw that he had 6. I'll double check here, but I'm pretty sure he had 6, and so he's got 7 goals and 7 helpers now. Yep. So it was Peters unassisted, and my wife came in and left the door open, so she's preparing lunch. I have to stop here. This is kind of my pre-lunch lunch break. She's graciously preparing bibimbap for us. It's a mixed rice, Korean dish. Anyway, so as you see, this game's almost over there. That's time, and you know what? Detroit's up by 3, so yeah, we're going to call it. It's a 6-3 final score for Detroit. With that, they will improve their record to 13-4-5. This is definitely a copy-pasted record of another team. New York came into this 5-11-5, so they will drop to 5-12-5. I could probably pause and shave time down, but why do that? Sometimes I'll put a picture in here, and to be honest, it will often take me as longer to put a picture, find an appropriate size picture, and game appropriate picture, and year and era appropriate picture if I can get one. It takes me as much time to do that as anything else, so I'm not going to do that here for this one, but I just kind of wanted to show, how I do it. Maybe share some ideas, show some ideas. If you're new or newish to this and you're just trying to think of different ways that you can go about doing so, that was the door closing, the wife again, if you could, if the camera caught that sound, audio, I don't know. Anyway, I'll be out there in a minute or so. Just how I do it, how I do it when I'm showing you how I would do it off camera, except this time I have the camera on. This is how I would do it more often than not off camera for a good, simple game like Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey. 6-3 is the final score. And because I'm not using a picture, I can just go ahead and post that right now, I think. And probably, knowing my luck after the fact, I'll find something here and I'll have to edit it and change it. But you can see the game before Detroit. They were shut out 2-0. So they get the bounce back here with a half dozen goals against the Rangers. They improved the record to 13-4-5. I can now come over here, go over to the spreadsheet. And the Red Wings, and they're basically in a tie or in a battle right now with Toronto, so they need this win. Toronto's kind of been hot on their trail or hot on their tail. So 69-6, that adds up to 75, but they surrendered 3, so 56. They are now up to 31 points with their record, and the Rangers, with that defeat, they're going to fall to 5-12-5, and 46, I guess, we'll give them for goals. And then, goodness, it was 6, yeah, so 63. I don't keep goalie stats in this, and I can look here as well. I've got equal sum totals here, so 128 games, 128 points, checks out. 50 and 50 and 28, 353 goals for and against, that all checks out. I can come down here, and I can say 3 for the New York Rangers. So again, I just want to share a bunch of ideas, stuff that when I started out doing it, to be quite honest, stuff that when I started out doing it, I wish maybe I'd seen something like this, someone had shared something like this with me. PJet definitely helped a lot. I mean, my replay updates are, combination of being, Seals Fan 1, Seals Fan 1 here, Ask, and, other people on the site as well. Usually I keep my simple games simple. For a longer playing game, I might do a bit more of a write-up. And sometimes I'll do like some one-liners or whatever. But I think for this game here, if I was to do a single line, like I said there moments ago, Detroit bounces back after being shut out with half dozen goals. The Rangers, I could click and look back and, check their losing skid. But again, wife's waiting for me, so I'm not going to do it with this one. 6-3 is the final score. And one other thing I was going to show, so the Rangers here, 46 goals, just to check, get a good idea that I've been keeping the stats correctly. So the 46 and the 46, that checks out. And if you can see the numbers, I don't know, maybe it's too small. Sorry if so. I thought about that, zooming it in, but then that would screw up how I play it, and it would take longer and be harder, and I'm more likely to screw something up if I do that. And then Detroit 75, so I go back and I look in Detroit's goals, check out with 75 as well. So anyways, this is how I do it, and I got something out of doing it this way. It was nice, I think, after last night, do my first video in a month, just to come in and quickly check in again, pre-lunch, lunch break here, and just do something like this again. So I guess I could say I got something out of it, and if anybody else gets anything out of it, then, a bonus. All right, bye for now.